Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
We're so excited.
So, I'm Erika.
I'm Kelly.
What are we going to talk about?
I forgot what we're going to talk about.
So, we're going to talk about just how important it is to speak life in our lives.
Over others and over yourself.
Yeah. So, tell me, Kelly, about what you think is like the hardest thing for speaking life over yourself.
Okay, so I'm a mom with 2 boys, and Erika and I have known each other forever. And I think as women, like we're in South Orange County, and a lot of our teammates and our friends are blonde and cute and whatever. And I think being a woman in South Orange County, you can compare yourself to people and not feel good enough. Like I compare myself to her or whoever, and you just don't feel good enough because you're comparing yourself to someone else, as opposed to just like compare yourself to yourself and be the best version of you and seeing the good things about you and speaking life over yourself. So we do something called affirmations. So you put it on your mirror. This is like what changed my life, changed my business, changed everything. You put it on your mirror, and every limiting belief or thing that's negative that you think about yourself, you turn it into something positive. So some of mine are, I'm a warrior, I'm strong, I'm a present mom, I'm life-giving, I am beautiful, I am working for his kingdom, I'm working towards my goals, I'm a business builder magnet, I'm a great friend, I'm a good wife, whatever things. And if you've struggled with things, I am enough. That was a huge one for me, like my whole life. And when you get your head in that good headspace and you're grateful and you're positive and you speak those affirmations over yourself, you start to believe them. It's almost like psyching yourself out because your mind goes to whichever thoughts are more prominent. So this changed everything for me, doing these affirmations. And at first I would make fun of people. I'm like, oh, silly little girl, you need affirmations. But like, it's what changed everything for me. And I will never not do affirmations. And it's such a big deal. So maybe you share your experience.
Yeah. So I love that. I love affirmations, and they're so powerful. And I thought they were hokey too. Mm-hmm. When we first started talking, I was like, I don't need to like self-affirm. I'm already confident. And I think one of the things that's really powerful about affirmations is that Kelly was talking about what you think about, you bring about. And so whatever you are thinking about and that's playing in your head, you know, that like internal narrator that's like, oh, she's this and you're not, or you're, you know, just that's talking inside your head. Whatever words you give to that internal narrator, that's what you're going to bring about in your life. And so sometimes, even in an effort to be more confident and to speak life over yourself, you're accidentally speaking the wrong thing. So if you're saying, I am not weak, I am not this, it's actually still negative. So you're still giving power to that word weak, or I am not shy, or I am not scared, or I am not whatever. You're still giving power to that word in your life. And so what's cool about affirmations is that you actually remove all of the negative language from your internal narrator, and you only speak positive. So what I find to be helpful is when those negative lines just come through your head, like I am not, just let it go straight through. Let it pass all the way through your head. Don't even acknowledge it and say, oh, I shouldn't have thought that, or oh, that's not true, or just let it go all the way straight through your head, and then say, I am strong, I am powerful, I am brave, I am this, you know, and just rewire your brain to think about yourself in a strong way. And I feel like this is really empowering too when you're talking to other people. So if you're talking to someone, if I was talking to Kelly and she was telling me, you know, I don't feel like I can do things as well as she can, or I'm scared, or I'm this, or I'm stupid, or I'm a hot mess, or I'm this, or I'm not.
I kind of am.
No, that's when I brought that up.
I'm awesome.
Kelly says that sometimes, or she has in the past said, I'm a hot mess. It's like, no, you're not. You're actually a very good multitasker. You're a really good mom. You're this. And so whatever you hear someone saying to you, you get to empower them with the same thing. So if someone's saying, I'm a hot mess, you can say to them, no, you're organized. You're strong. You're a great multitasker. You're able to accomplish a lot in the day. You have your priorities straight. You're this. And so speaking life and moving in the opposing spirit is really, really powerful. And this also works with gossip. So we're talking about people's internal narrator to themselves, people's internal narrator when they're talking about themselves to you. But what about when people are talking badly about somebody else? What do you do when somebody's talking badly about somebody else in front of you?
I think this is a big one, and I struggled a lot with this, especially in high school and college. And I think what's really behind gossip is trying to make yourself feel better by bringing someone else down. And if you can bring it to a positive thing about that person. So she said one time, it was some get together and someone was talking smack on someone, and she just started saying things that she loved about that person when they were just talking smack, and then it got awkward.
It's so
very
awkward.
If you say positive things about that person, they're like, this is weird, you're weird, you know? But just thinking about things that you love about that person. So I've had issues with people in the past, like, dude, we're living beings. You're going to have issues with people here and there. But like, let's say something sparks me to think something negative about someone, and I'll just out loud say 3 things that I like about them or 3 things that I admire about them. And it brings that energy back into something positive, because you attract what you put out. I never believed this before. My struggle with like my business and my life and my brain was, I'll never attract a team. I am a horrible leader. I suck at Arbonne. I am not a good friend. I'm not a good leader. No one wants to talk to me. I'm too much. So I reversed.
Which is insane, because you're like exactly the opposite of that.
Yeah, because I've been telling myself that for a year now. I really am that person. When I met her, so she would tell her story.
Sure.
Maybe you explain like how that all went, and then I'll share my part.
Okay. So I know Kelly from MOPS. I didn't know her well. We never actually really talked. I just saw her in passing, and I knew her from MOPS at our church. If you don't have little kids, you probably don't know what MOPS is. So it's Mothers of Preschools. It's basically a mom's group that meets at church. And so I knew her from there. And I had actually tried to sell her a different brand of skincare that was not clean ingredients. I was selling it at the time. And she said, I would never put that on my face. And I was like, okay, whatever, you're crazy. And I just kind of dismissed her. And then later, when I was, in my own journey, I was discovering that I did care about clean ingredients. And I did want to become more informed and more empowered to make better choices for myself and my family. I remembered her saying that. And so I reached out to Kelly and I said, okay, crazy friend who, doesn't use toxic products, what do you use? And so she said, I'll meet you at Target and I'll show you. So she introduced me to Arbonne in that way. And I had no idea at the time. I sat down with her at Target and I asked her, I said, how is your business going? And she said, it's great. And you know what the truth is that it was, because she was building her business and herself on the inside first.
Yes.
Right.
And I was a district manager, the first of 4 levels, but my shift and belief in myself had changed. And I started acting as if I was driving a Benz, not a minivan. I started acting as if I had this amazing team, which I did have a team that was growing, but it takes time to grow. This is not like an overnight thing. And if I would have told her, oh, business sucks, I suck, I hate this, like if I said anything negative about it, no way, no how would this girl join my team. No way. Because she's someone that wanted to follow someone that knew where they're going. And it didn't matter what I was making at the time. I just knew where I was going and I was super confident. And at first you're kind of like, ignorance on fire, let's do this. And I was so excited, but my shift in myself and my belief in myself only happened a couple weeks before that. So it's really, really cool, the God timing of everything. And I wouldn't have had the team that I have today if it weren't for her. So it's really cool. And now we get to lock arms together. We're like best friends, which I didn't even like her at first. I was scared of her. I was like, you are so like type A and organized and you're all the things I'm not. And now I wake up in the morning and I'm like, I'm going to get stuff done. I am just like Erika, Ulrich. Let's do this. When I do weights at the gym, I'm like, I could do heavier. Erika would do heavier. And she pushes me in as a person and as a friend. And now she cries. She's emotional.
In other ways.
She's so emotional now. I love it. We just cried today. So it's been so cool that you rub off on each other and you become the top 5 people that you hang out with. So I want to hang out with people that level up, that are hardworking, that are good moms and good friends and genuine and real and life-giving. And that's who I hang out with. And anyone that kind of pulls darkness out of you kind of and just negative and not uplifting, you don't have to hang out with them. You have a choice because you become who you hang out with. So that's been really cool to surround myself with amazing people. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is just a good thing. And we attract that good energy.
So I have something that comes up all the time when I talk to people about this. When you talk about, speaking positive, speaking life, acting as if, right? So acting as if you're the CEO, even if you're not, right? So taking that ownership and that leadership role and acting as if, people ask me, well, like, is that not genuine? And I'm like, no, it's very genuine. You're not lying. You're not saying I'm the CEO if you're not. That's a lie. So I'm not saying to introduce yourself with an inaccurate title or to lie. That's not true. But to take the internal ownership and the internal positivity. And we are comfortable with bad emotions. So everyone has those like good vibes only shirts and like good vibe only tribe, or whatever, like only taking good energy here. Like, I don't think that's true. Like, I'm totally comfortable with bad emotions. Like, if you are frustrated, sad, angry, whatever, jealous, I'm comfortable with that. Just call it what it is and say, hey, I'm feeling jealous, I'm angry, I'm sad, I'm frustrated, I'm this. I think that's totally fine to acknowledge what's really happening. If that's what's real in your life, then acknowledge what's really happening, but then make the decision to move in the opposite direction and overcome those things. So I'm not saying I'm not saying be inauthentic.
But you have a choice.
Yeah.
I'm an extreme extrovert and very emotional. Like, Erika's probably seen me cry 500 times in a year. And you don't, like, your emotions don't have to rule you. You can have a choice to stay in those emotions. That was the most life-changing thing to me. And like, so if I'm grumpy and angry, I don't have to stay that way. You have a choice to change those feelings and focus on other things. You can literally change the course of your day. It doesn't have to be ruled by like, oh, the kids are a mess. Oh, it's barfing the house, whatever. Like, you have a choice. And that was like, I know she's known this for a while, but I did not. This has only been a year of me knowing this. And that's amazing. And you can, sometimes you got to voice it and be like, hey girl, like, I'm feeling grumpy and I'm mad, but let's go work out and let's focus on good things and say affirmations, and having people that will speak that life over to you, because there's times that you do need people that you don't see the other side and you are kind of overtaken. And that's why you have to have people around you that will remind you who you are, remind you who you're made to be, remind you of what God's called you to do. And that's like the gist of like my favorite part of what we do in our job, which it's barely a job. It's so much fun.
I know, right? I would seriously do it for free.
Me too.
Yeah. No, I love it. And I think that this is such a cool thing because it's not common. Mm-hmm. It's not common. And so if you want to live an uncommon life and you want to have uncommon things and you want to be uncommon, this is a really good place to start, is by changing that internal narrator, speaking life over yourself, speaking life over others, moving in the opposing spirit. If there's, negativity out there, acknowledging and being vulnerable about who you are, but deciding that you can define who you're going to be, right? Mm-hmm. And your feelings are not necessarily true. Just because you feel a certain way doesn't mean that that's true. Kelly and I are both Christian, and so we both believe that we are created beings and that we have a creator who made us and made us a certain way. And so the only person who gets to define the creation is the creator. And so you don't get to decide that you're weak and powerless and a loser and you have no destiny and you're whatever you are, or a bad mom, or impatient, or you don't get to decide that. You're not the creator. The creator gets to decide who you are. And when he made you, he said that you were good and that you are a perfect, beautiful creation. And so if you need to find more truth about who you are so that you can speak true things over yourself instead of sitting in feelings that change. Feelings change all the time, right? So they're not always a good true north for your compass, right? So if you need to find more truth, I would ask the one that created you what's true about you and see what he has to say about you and who you are, and speak those words over yourself and see where that goes.
Totally.
And if you do this, will you send us a message about how it affects your day? I want to hear how it affects your day.
Me too. Show us your affirmations. Our teammates, I'm like, show me them on your mirror, in your car, everywhere. My kids have affirmations. These are theirs. I'm strong. I'm smart. I'm a good listener. I'm a sweet boy. I clean up. I don't make messes. Why not?
Yeah.
I'm calm.
I go to bed on time.
I go to bed on time. But like, I am loved. I'm safe. All the things. And the kids say affirmations every single day with me, and it's so cool. Trying to make them meditate is quite hilarious. I gotta she made an awesome video of her kids meditating.
Oh my gosh.
It's hilarious. So I need to try and get my hyper ones to do that. But it's so cool to teach your kids. Yes, we teach them healthy lifestyle, clean products, all that, but like to teach your kids how to talk to yourself, how to speak good things over yourself. When kids from their mom, they get their security. So giving kids, and I'm someone that I have struggled with insecurity a lot in my life, and to give my kids and start on this path this last couple of years give them security and tell them how smart they are and tell them that they're safe and tell them, do you know how loved you are? And reminding them of that and reminding them that they have a choice to have a meltdown or not. They have a choice to kind of let go of those feelings and calm down and take a breath. And I've seen a huge difference just with being a mom and with my kids and with that. And it's so cool that they want to crush goals. Like even if it's a little teeny tiny goal of like, whatever it is, like they want to crush goals like us. And they're like, oh, is she on your team, Mom? Why is she not on your team? Let's do this. Let's go, Mommy. Like they're so excited to get rid of the minivan and get the Benz. Like they know they don't eat in the Benz. Mommy, I'm so hungry in the Benz, but I'm going to wait till we get home. I'm like, okay.
Oh my God.
So yeah, it's been such a cool journey. We were literally flying by the cups. No idea what we really do here. So I'm glad that we had some fun.
This is perfect.
Tell us if you relate. If you relate to anything, tell us.
Yeah. Okay. Say your affirmations and we're going to end it.
You say your affirmations. Mine. I'll say mine after you.
Okay.
Okay, let's hear it.
So mine changed. So I used to have it like written out and have this like formula for it. And I feel like I wake up now and I just say whatever I feel like I need to say over myself. So I've completely changed it. So
that's good.
This morning, it depends right on how I ended the night last night and how what's on the docket for today. I've got a lot of things that I need to get done today. So today mine was like, you are productive. You're smart, you're capable, you get things done, you're patient, you're present with your kids, you're a slow-moving mother who listens and moves slow with your kids. I'm liking that one lately. You're a slow-moving mother. You can slow down to the pace of your children and listen to them.
I like
you are calm. Yeah, I'm working on vulnerability, and I'm also working on being able to connect really well and be really empathetic towards others.
You're doing great.
So, thank you. I'm getting better. And so I'll say, like, you are empathetic, you are connected, you are well connected to others around you. You see things in other people and are able to bring healing to them. So yeah,
that's a good one. I love hers. So mine are, I'm strong, I'm beautiful, I'm calm, I'm enough, I'm a present mom, I'm a business builder magnet. People are drawn to me. I bring out good things. I'm a good wife. My house is organized, but positive vibes.
Yeah.
And I forgot what else. It's on my mirror. Oh, I'm a warrior. And I think I'm smart. Oh, I'm unorganized. Oh, I say organized twice in 2 different ways. I'm like, I totally have my flow. Because sometimes I feel like I don't. Yeah. I am Erika Ulrich. Just kidding.
You are, no, and I'm turning into Kelly Giugni.
Yes. I don't need to work about being connected. That's easy.
Yeah, that's just Kelly's natural state.
No need.
Okay. We love you guys. Can't wait to hear how this goes for you and what your affirmations are.
Tell us if you relate.